Auto Obsessed Detailing here. Hey all, what's your favorite part of the detailing industry? Super
This.
broad.
Yeah,
Friends,
this.
This networking.
It's
Well, we
this.
had dinner last night. We all went out to dinner, and it was fun. I was telling Jeff, we were sitting across from each other, and he's like, I just love hearing all the stories on either side of us happening. And we had such a diverse group, and listening to everybody's stories, I was like, this is great. Like, we both looked at each other at that same moment, and I was like, this is why we do this. This is the main reason that the rag company tries its hardest to be Switzerland. We try to remain neutral because we like hanging out with everybody.
Yep.
We like being friends with everybody.
You've seen how many different kinds of people and companies and stuff
Well-
we have on our channel. It's not just like, oh, what's going to benefit.
Well, and as being
beyond that.
detailers, you know, going down the line, all of us, the hard part is these new guys that come into the detailing game pick a team, and they only play for that team. They do not, I don't want to hear what that company's doing. I don't care. I only like
I use this
brand.
polisher and that coating, and
Yeah.
if you don't use those, then I don't
not my
like
You and I,
it.
we don't talk.
Well, and they assume those teams hate each other as
Right,
much as
yeah.
they hate each
Well, it's,
other.
I mean, no joke. I mean, the question Oberg versus Rupa's pads earlier, compounds earlier,
great.
is, it's kind of funny because I get it. I know why somebody might ask that because we're both here, but there's a little bit of like a, let's see what we can get out of them kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dave and I have been riding around in a rental car for a week together, just like having a blast. I mean, this isn't like,
Yeah. We
it
went
isn't
and got
like,
chocolate chip cookies on.
yeah, we went and had chocolate chip cookies together last night. I think there's those younger guys you're talking about, the newcomers. I think they perceive that like behind the scenes, like Chris Metcalf and I, you know, from Flex and I, if we're in the same room together, there's
Oh,
just
look out.
there's
knives and
chairs being
stuff.
thrown. Like I'm gonna try and get. It's not that way, and it is my favorite part of this. Is I'm passionate about it. I've been doing it for so long, and I like it. But ultimately, the rewarding piece of it is I get to go do stuff like this with other dudes who are into the same things I'm into.
And I think it goes back, if you think back to some of us older guys in this group, to when we
Don't look at me.
learned how to detail, and you didn't want to talk to another company. You didn't want them to know what your secret was. You didn't want them to know your tricks and your tips and all your stuff.
steal it.
So they could steal it. They're going to take that account, that dealership account from me. You need that money. Like it, I think it stems a lot from that original sin, so to speak, of what these guys learned and everybody trained off. And I remember in my shop just trying to go like, well, I'm going to reach out to that guy. I'm going to give him a call and just see what's going on, see if he wants to hang out sometime. And it was doing that. They were like, what do you want
from me? What do you
What's
want?
your
what's your
deal?
agenda?
Why
Yeah,
are you
what
telling
angle
me
you
about
working, pal?
Yeah, and then I had one guy stop by and he was like, hey man, I don't know, I can't get this out. And I showed him how to do it. And he's like, I go, yeah, you can just grab this. Here's where you go buy it. Here, get it, do it. And he was like, why are you telling me this? And I was like, because it's easy. Because I feel like
setting him up to, like, go
I
for
feel
a
like I
man's
cracked the code, man. Like, go make some money. And he was like, oh, I'm still kind of confused why you're letting me do it. But it's like, I want to break that wall down. And so like doing this stuff and hanging out, I think that's the most fun is as it's changing. Over the last 10 years, it's changed.
I see that a lot in Latin
Yeah.
America since I've been going through all these countries. I see that a lot, you know, the hate, or if I know something, a secret, or if I'm using this product, you are not my friend. And they hate you without even knowing you. And it's like, man, you can't be like that. Why can't we all just get along?
You just got to ask, who hurt you?
It's possible. It's possible to be competitors commercially and not hate each other's guts,
Yeah.
right? You can be competitive with someone and still be their friend. And I guess somewhere along the way, a lot of people have lost the ability to do that, right? You just can't, like,
You know,
it's ride or die with this. I go,
If I'm
Until it's not.
until it's not.
Until it's not. You say, wait, weren't you the guy or the girl who used to? Oh, I get it. I get it.
If anything, you know, I guess I can speak by experience. You know, a lot of the guys in Idaho Falls and most of the detailers that know me in Idaho Falls, they know that I always try to reach out to them, and just because, not because I want to learn something from them, because I will probably learn something from them, and they will learn something from me. But it's if we come stay united, you know, we can actually create a more valuable of our work, and you know, make a great business for all of us.
And
that's the key.
And I think that goes back to like what you were saying with Jason with the dealerships. Like it's great to have dealer work, but what hurts a detailer most is when another detailer comes in, you got an account, I walk in and I'm like, hey, so yeah, that guy's
a
doing it
race
for
to the bottom.
$150. I can do him for $125, and they're like, well, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But if you're friends with those shops, and you go, look, man, I don't care. If you want to jump in there too,
Yeah.
cool, get in there. But we're holding hard and fast
Let's
at this
both make
price.
money.
Yeah.
Let's push this up so that they can't undercut me and you.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, it's a great idea. I'll make more money. It's like, what? They're going to call
Yeah.
you anyway. They're always going to try and find a better deal. But if they can't go around and all of a sudden the best shops in town are all charging a certain set limit, the
Just creating
dealerships
value.
have to learn.
At least the ones that equal quality, right?
Yeah, the equal quality, yeah.
And I would refer people to detailers all the time just like that, because it's easy to say, hey, you know, maybe it doesn't work for our schedule. I'm booked out however many weeks, or whatever the reason is. But here are detailers that I would say are in the same category of the value and the services we provide, and
They'll take care of you.
yep. And then
You built the trust.
then they're creating a basis for evaluation. You know, so like the pricing should be somewhat the same, maybe not identical, but it's you're offering similar types of quality at least.
Yeah.
It's a unique industry, and I see it. It's just we're all trying to lift each other up to that next level.
You know, I have my wife always tells me, it's like, hey, why are you spending like an hour or two when a guy comes into my shop? It's like, hey, why are you spending an hour or two teaching this guy, you know, all your secrets? It's like, it's not a secret. I mean, I'm sure somebody else is doing it too. So, I mean, it's not a secret. He just came here and asked for an advice, and, you know, I'm gladly giving the advice because somebody gave it to me. And that just makes me feel better.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it feels better, I just feel better. If I do something because I feel better, it just makes me positive it's just refills my energy in a positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need a bigger reason than that.
Yeah.